Hello there, this is Mrs. J in the library, and this video is to show you how to set up the Library Center's digital menu and tracker in Google Classroom so that you can manage all of your students' work in the Google Classroom environment. So to start off, you're going to want to start with the Google Slides document of the actual digital menu and tracker, and make sure you make all of your edits first before you're giving students access to it or making any copies. So make sure everything you see, the titles, the center choices, the number of centers, the number of blocks, any of the learning goals if you want to change the text, if you want to change how the reading centers or Makerspace centers are set up, if you want to remove a whole slide even. If you want to not use the goals section, you could remove those. It's whatever you want to do. You're committing to this basically for however long you use centers, probably for a whole school year. And so you want to make sure that it's as good as it can be before you pass it out to students and make it available. So a couple things you should know, besides changing the text and the center choices, you may want to preload some of the badges. So that means that the badges will be available just by pushing that white circle below the badge. So the badges are hidden behind that white circle. That means when you award a badge to a student, all you have to do is select the white circle and press the Control or Command key and the down arrow, and the badge will appear. That will save you a lot of time versus adding in the images manually for every student that earns a badge. So the Research Specialist is already loaded for you, as is the Power Reader badge, which looks something like that. The Maker badge looks like that. There are also 2 more versions available in the product, so you're welcome to swap that out if you'd like. And the Library Orientation badge, which you might cover before you even start Center, so you might want to start with that badge already there. And finally, the Digital Citizen badge is already included. So those are already there, and all you have to do is use that Control down arrow or Command down arrow for a Mac, and you can push that white circle below the badge to make it appear. For other badges, if you want to preload some of them, that's fine. You can add some text to any of these if you like, or you can just hide them behind that circle. To do that, or to manually award a badge, a custom badge for instance, you can go to Insert, Image, and either upload from computer, or if you load all of the badges into your Google Drive, you can just pull it from your Google Drive. Another way to do that simply is to click on the Image button and upload from computer. You may need to resize the badge, and I will give you a hint that all of the badges here, if you click on Format Options, under Size and Position, they are all 1.46 inches wide. So if you lock the aspect ratio to make sure that it doesn't get too distorted, you can actually just type that in and it will resize automatically to match the same size as the other badges. So that might save you a little bit of time if you are worried about that. So I'm going to do Control down arrow again to put that behind there. So now that I have all of my editing done and I'm ready to go, I can go over to Google Classroom now and post this to my classroom so students can start using it. So first I'm going to click on Classwork and create an assignment. So for title, I'm just going to call this Library Centers Menu. Nothing special. You can write your own directions if you like, but you don't have to. You can also just tell students what they need to do the first time you use this. I make it ungraded, obviously, and you don't need to put a due date in, but then I do like to put it in a topic that keeps the assignment at the top. So the Getting Started topic is always at the top of my Google Classroom. Then you're going to go to the Google Drive add-on, and you're going to click on the Library Center's Digital Menu Tracker and click on Add. All right. The most important part of creating your assignment, however, is changing this from students can view file to make a copy for each student. So if students can only view it, they can't make any changes. If they can edit it, they're going to edit your original, which is a big problem. And then make a copy, though, will make a copy of the Google Slides, and it will add the student's name to the front of the file name. So that makes it really easy to find. All right, when I'm all done with that, I click on Assign, and it may take a little while to post, and then it should appear there and getting started. Now, when students view this assignment, this screen, they'll see it here just like you will, and when they click on View Assignment, they will see the Instructions section. The only difference will be that they will have a Turn In button. I actually just have students immediately turn in this assignment to me with no changes. That allows me, for instance, to start adding green check marks for each one of the centers that they complete. And when they complete 6 of them in my library, they earn their Research Specialist badge. And along with that, they earn free choice to do all of the other centers, including Reading, Makerspace, Digital Citizenship, or if they want to continue doing one of the research centers, of course, that's fine. So by students turning it in, I now have access to editing their personal copy of the center's menu. And you can view all of your students' work under Student Work, where you'll see each one listed here. The cool thing about this screen is you'll actually see a screenshot, a little tiny screenshot of each student's work. So you can see in teeny tiny image sizes how many green check marks they might have. Also, once students are finished with this, with the research, you can move another slide to the top so that their thumbnail is a different color. Or you could just move, say, the reflection to the top. So again, you'll see that, and it's an easy way to see where a student is. And because you only have access to that, unless a student unsubmits, they can't edit it. And so it's an easier way to just make sure that students can see, they can always view their assignment. They can see how many checks they're getting and how far along they are towards whatever requirements you have. So that's how you get it posted then. One of the ways that you can also use this document is on the Reading and Makerspace slides. I have just the date listed. You could actually have students turn in their menu with the date written down, the current date of their library class for whichever center they visited. And then you would look over that and you could return it back to them for each and every library class. I would recommend, if you're going to do that, teach students how to move the slides around then and have them put the slide that they were using for the center that day. So if they were at the book review center, that they would move that slide to the top. And that way it would be easier for you to see who was where. This can be an easy way to have students check in as well if you don't want to use the QR code check-in that I included with the printable centers management system I have. And so if you want more information about QR code check-in, check out my blog at mrsjandthelibrary.com. So that is basically how it all works. If you have any questions about getting the assignment or about using this system in Google Classroom, please feel free to email me. My contact information is in the teacher's notes and terms of use of the product. And if you are previewing this video online, then you can download the preview at the links in the description to find out more about this product. Thank you and have a lovely day. Keep on teaching.